Hello, this is Thomas K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today, we're at Little Beaver State Park here in West Virginia, very close to New River Gorge National Park. And I'm here with my buddies, Eric and Miles. Eric's just setting up now, and he's going to start on 30 meters doing CW. And I'm going to go on 40 meters. We're trying to stay on non-harmonically related bands. I think it cuts down on our QRMing each other. I'm also using the chameleon impasse light antenna, and there's a good reason. We love this spot. It's nice and shady. It's one of the few spots around here that isn't just swimming with people today. It's very, very busy on the park, and we're up here near the campground, and this particular site isn't used a lot, but it's also used for disc golf. And I thought about putting up an in-fed half wave, but then the wires and stuff would be here, possibly in the way of people doing disc golf. I thought about putting up the tactical delta loop. In fact, I brought it here and then quickly realized that's probably a bad idea with disc golfers around. So I went for the kind of lowest profile antenna, which is the impasse light, which I really love. And it's served me well in the past. So I've got the chameleon impasse light, my KX2, my trusty KX2. And we're going to hop on here and hope to do a little bit of damage. Conditions are extremely rough today. I was just at New River, and both Eric and I, it took us a long time to get our activation complete, unfortunately, because conditions are just so poor. Let's see here. I need to set up my logs here. This is K1815. Go in here, K1815. I've got it in my logs now. Put in 40 meters, CW, and with any luck, let's see, I've already tuned up. There's nobody on the band. Let's see. I think I need to clean the contacts on this, which is always a good thing to do. Let's see here. I'm going to put this up here and try to put the microphone here. Hopefully you can see this stuff. It's kind of a high contrast day here. And the pollen is super, super crazy thick right now. K1815, Little Beaver. There's an unhappy baby nearby. 21 May 2022. 40 meters CW. There we go. I got the paper logs ready. Now let's see if I can. I'm sorry you can't really see the screen, but let me see if I can log myself, or spot myself if I'm not spotted already. Okay, let's see. Loading up. Yeah, I do have a little bit of service. Let me see if I'm on the spots yet. Not expecting a whole lot of activity here right now. $14,045.5. Okay, let's see, before I get spotted. What'd you say, 14,040? 5.5. Oh, I hear him. Okay. Michigan on 20 meters. So I'm gonna do 20 meters CW if I can get him. Oh, he can't hear me right now. Let's see. Okay, I've got him in here now. That's good. Now I'll go back to here and change my band again. Okay, let's go back down to 40 meters. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we got one down, and that's really nice. And that was at, oh, about 2032. I'm getting pollen all over my arms, all over everything. It's a little insane. I said at the last activation that the battery may die on me on this one, because this, I think this has done at least 6 or 7 activations now on one battery. But I got another one in here I can put in. In fact, I got an external battery too. Boy, the QRN is bad too. It's interesting to sit here and I can see my buddy over here working at the same time. And Theo the POTA dog. Man, I really appreciate you working me so much during this set of activations. It's great to actually be able to get you in Kentucky. There we go. Two down, 8 to go. Getting spotted on the POTA network. And I see Jay just spotted me. I just worked Jay here. Thank you, Jay. It's always nice. POTA activators appreciate it. Even if the reverse beacon network's catching up with you, it's great to put a spot out when you work somebody. I do think, besides Bad Propagation Day I mentioned in a previous video, this is Hamvention weekend, and Eric and I are doing this instead of going to Hamvention. Hamvention weekend draws in lots of POTA chasers, so probably less chasers out there today than there normally is. But I didn't do Hamvention this year because I've got a lot of travels planned this summer, and kind of wanted to funnel my money into family travel plans as opposed to Hamvention. I didn't need anything there. I wasn't expecting any announcements to be there that I thought would be particularly interesting to me, so I just didn't bother going this year. I wanted to, mainly to see friends, but, you know. Boy, this could not be slower today. These conditions are rough. But I don't care, you know why? Because this is beautiful. It's just nice hanging out here, taking it easy. I think this is the campground for Little Beaver. And let's see what their campsites look like. This would be a nice place to go to. See where Eric is. He's on 1010A. Turn my wattage. And working him right there. He always puts in P2P. I messed that up. It's kind of distracting looking over there and seeing him at the same time I'm operating. I don't know why. Tell him to say hi to Theo the dog. Okay, there I got Eric in. Let me go back down to 40 meters. Turn the power. Yeah. 40 meters is dead. What's that? Hang on. Yes, I got him on 20. Sorry. WDARIF. P to P. Back on 40 meters. CW. Getting 7 dBs on the RBN. I mean, the reverse beacon network's showing me doing fine. This is like a lower number than I would normally have, but I'm not surprised. Thought I heard something in there, maybe. Wow. Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. Well, actually, you're seeing the radio, you're seeing him too. I forgot to put the camera back down. I'm such a professional YouTuber, am I not? We've been operating, what, here, 17 minutes, and I've gotten 3 contacts. It's one of those days. I think when I move up a little bit, I'll do better. Maybe on 30 meters is probably much better than 40. Mike WK8RAT had said earlier that 40 meters was the worst. However, at my last park, it did a little bit better than 20 meters did. And I don't think I got anyone on 17 meters. You can always get enough to make your activation, even when the conditions are bad. It may just take longer. That's the only thing. Yeah. The KX2 has been my little buddy on this activation. I actually brought a couple of the radios with me, but I think it's better at, it's a little bit better front end than some of the really small radios for being in close proximity to another ham without having bandpass filters, which we don't have. We really should have brought some. Eric has some, I think I mentioned in a previous video. He has some from his club he can borrow, and that would have probably made sense, but neither of us thought about that. Let's see. I think Eric is maybe still on 20. If I can find him in here. He's on 30, yes. I'm going to move up to 20. Hearing a few signals. I'm on 20 right now. I just hopped on 20. Yeah. Let's see if the RBN picks me up and spots me automatically. That'll give me some indication, because it usually tells on the RBN what the how strong my signal is. If I can pick this up. Now my internet's hardly working. These are quiet activations. Quiet activations. We've had an awesome time here in West Virginia on this little outing. And picked up a lot of train sites. Eric used to be very much a rail fan. He still loves doing photographs of railway stations and things that are historic too. I had to do it again. To respot myself again, I just did it, but it wiped it out and redid it again because I think I didn't do it quick enough or something. But yeah, so he likes to stop by train stations and depots and old depots and things and take photos. And I would check out his website at wdarif.com, and he probably has some of his photographs in his photography section. I'm not entirely sure. But he probably will have some in his field reports. And if you look under his amateur radio page, he'll say like field activities in there, and you'll get an idea of some of the things he's done. He writes up really good field reports for every single activation he does, every single one. I don't do one for every single activation I do because I spend like 3 hours or 4 hours doing it with a video. But Eric writes up great active field reports with all the details and logs and everything. Man, this doesn't bode well for these activations. I don't know if we're doing another one after this before we get back to our sort of home park. Okay. Mm-hmm. We can let my radio recover. By the way, when Eric does that, he's down to 1/10 of a watt. So... It's been nice too. Most of the time I've been kind of off-grid in terms of the internet, and that's been really refreshing. Probably by the time you see this video, I will already be on another trip into Canada, and I will have limited internet access as we travel around and camp and do things. So keep that in mind if you're contacting me or commenting. I may get way behind on things because I've actually got quite a backlog of videos to work through. I'm not sure how I'm going to catch up with those. I may just do them all in one big post. I have no idea, but I do need to do that. I've been filming a lot of videos as I'm doing these things because I've been using... Good fifth. Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny, at the last park, I was calling CQ, I can't remember if it was on 30 or 40. It was really quiet. Then all of a sudden everybody started coming in. That happens too, like band conditions change. Got 6, I just need 4 more. I mean, Eric and I can make the activation because if we have to, we can work each other on different bands and okay. What was that? Okay, there we go. Nice, Louisiana. Can you see this pollen on here? This stuff right here drives my sinuses nuts. When I lived in the UK and in France and Germany, I had hardly any allergy issues at all because I wasn't as allergic to the flora there. Here in my native southeast United States, I'm allergic to almost every single tree and plant that blossoms. It's really sad. But it's been really tough actually. The pollen this year has been attacking my throat, and it'll just stop me from talking. Like, it chokes me up sometimes when it's really heavy. We were just at a park, and Eric noted as we looked across the park in this big, long, open field, sort of like looking out here, you could just see this cloud of yellow-green that was all over like a fog, and that's exactly what it was. Just a big cloud of pollen. Eric's doing... What's that? 30 meters is better? Okay. I'll move to 30. Okay, I'll move to 30. He said 30 meters is doing better. me try 108 because I think that's where he was. I'm getting a lot stronger response on the reverse beacon network on 30 meters as well. These conditions are weird, very weird. I've got some battery left. That's the main thing I've been worried about is I'm... There we go. Okay, let me see. There we go, okay. Is that for me? I don't know. Maybe this person's hearing someone else on the same frequency. Let's just do this. Let's see. It may be hearing somebody else on frequency. Bands are so wacky today that there could be somebody on frequency I cannot hear at all. I've got my 10 contacts though, actually. So I'll kind of look over at Eric, and when Eric says he's ready to go, actually I'm driving, I can decide. Whoops. Let's try that again. Sorry, did that hurt you? I didn't mean to. And how easily you can see the let's see here, something happened. See, on a day like today, it's really good to have a multi-band antenna so that you can do this. You can hop around and have a little frequency agility on a day when, like, so many bands are shut down. If I were just using a 40 meter end-fed half wave, I would have found it really difficult to do 40, 20, 15, and 10. Because it seems like 30 meters is doing fairly well. Eric said that 30 meters. I am having some problems with this key. Okay. Here we go. Let's try it one more time. Oh, I'm getting a weird ATU response. There we go. I know this call, I can't remember his prefix, but I've worked him recently. He may have thought I've had a completed contact, and part of that could be that he was having a hard time hearing me, and he's making some assumptions that I got in his call, his full call, and that's easy to do because sometimes you may just hear the suffix because the bands have changed so rapidly. So that very well could be what happened there. But I didn't get a complete contact, so I'm not going to log that one. I know the suffix, and I'm sorry if you're watching this video and that's your call. I know your suffix, and I know I've worked you before. And I could go back and find your prefix, I'm sure. I need to clean the contacts on this, though. I think that's what's wrong with this. You know what? Let me call QRT. Let's try one thing. Let's see if there's anybody else on 30 meters right now that I could maybe try to work. Let me go up here and tell. There aren't a whole lot of CW contacts out there right now. And everybody's on 20 meters. Let me move up to 20 and see if I can work them. Okay, let's see here. Move a little frequency, do a quick. I'd hunch it'd be 58. Can I hear him? That's in Maryland. That's awfully close for 20 meters. Okay, let's try 50.5. That could work. I think, right? Where is this? Nope, not hearing anything. It's a West Coast station. Here's North Carolina on 56.9. It's just crazy. The band is just terrible today. And the funny part is we've had such great propagation. Oh, he's QRT. Um, 46, yeah, there you go. WC1N. I may be a little too close. No, I think he must have moved off because I'm not hearing WC1N. Yeah, we're just going to call it quits here. I think it's a day that everybody's struggling here, unfortunately. But you know what? It's not bad. I got 10 contacts. I'm happy with that. True, 2 of them were WD8RIF, but that's okay. We could have actually done all 10 if we wanted to that way, but we're not doing that. We're going to move on to the next place. Let me see if I can stop by and pick up some ice cream on the way to the next place. It's one of those days that ice cream would really hit the spot. Do not tell my wife. Anyway, until next time, I'm going to say 7 threes and head out of here. Like I said, if you can get out a chance, if you get a chance, go out and play a little radio. Play a little radio from home, from the field, wherever you can. Just get a little radioactive. And if you can get someone else enthusiastic about it, do that. Especially if someone new to the hobby, if you know that they need a little help, try to spend a little time helping them out. Because in the early stages of doing all this radio stuff, it can be a little confusing and crazy. And it's always nice to try to help someone else out. Okay, well, anyway, until next time, take care and 7 threes.